Tired of carding all the time? Monsters are too difficult? Learning this important skill will be the difference between victory or defeat. Get ready to level up your hunts, because once you do this, there is no way back. First thing you will have to do is either equip a weapon with a shield and guard skills, or an evading set. Either one is fine. You will see why in just a minute. The skill you have to learn if you want to get good at Monster Hunter is Monster Pattern Recognition. What do I mean by this? Simply, your ability to recognize the attacks of monsters and what they will do next. So far, there are two ways to learn this skill. One is to just jump into hunts after hunts of the same monster until muscle memory kicks in. But if smashing your head repeatedly against a monster is not your cup of tea, the way I will be teaching you today will guarantee that with just one hunt, you will learn more than just doing the same monster over and over again. Once we select the monster, in my case Gormagala, we are now ready to begin. I chose the lance because I'm most comfortable with its shield, but you can use the weapon you're most comfortable with. Just keep in mind, if you go for an evading set, the playstyle changes completely. Now, as the hunt begins, the first thing you will do is nothing. Just observe. You see, the monster is coded to choose from different actions depending on your distance and the position you are in. If you are long to mid distance from the monster, he may choose one of three different actions. First one is to throw this 3-shot virus attack. Easily dodge by walking to the side if you are mid-range to him. But long range is a different story. Let me demonstrate it for you. This is a graphic of Gormagala 3-shot attack. The first 2 shots go to the sides and the last one to the middle. If you are mid-range to close range to him, you may not notice this, but unlike his third shot, the first 2 don't go straight. Instead, they curve and meet the third shot in the middle. So you want to either block or perform a perfectly timed evade if you are in long range. The choice is yours. The second action he could choose is simply to rush you to close the gap. These actions have 2 variants. The normal rush, where he will just get close to you but doesn't have hit frames, so it's not an attack that can do damage. Or the charge up wind up before he rushes, and that one will actually do damage. The third action he will take in long to mid range is to simply fly up and hover in the air. This action has also 2 variables. He may shoot a breath attack in a horizontal pattern followed by slamming himself from the air to the ground for a rush attack. But sometimes he goes straight for the air slam first. Now, these attacks have follow-ups depending on where the monster landed. If he rushes past you, more often than not, you will end up behind him in close range. He then most likely will do this wing slam. This is the attack that gets most hunters. If you haven't noticed, Gormagala is actually speaking to you. He's communicating his actions via the wind-ups he does before every attack. But this one is different, because he uses his dark veil of his wings to hide his intentions. Just remember, if you are behind him after a rush, he will most likely will do this move. If you're next to him on his sides, he might try to do a quick side claw attack or a tail swipe, both easily dodged or blocked by just paying attention. But by far the 2 attacks you have to look out for are the uppercut and the wing slam, both doing the most amount of damage at this state. The wing slam is the most dangerous because he will use it most likely to a follow-up of a previous attack, or the moment you're close to him. Keep in mind, when he is in range, he may spam this ability a lot. And then there is the uppercut. Much like the wind slam, is also an attack he will use when he is close as a follow-up. But like the wind slam, it has a big delay as it winds up. So if you are paying attention and not stuck in an attack animation, you can block it or dodge it. But that's just half of the fight, because whenever he chooses, he can enter his frenzy state, enhancing all of his attacks. Now attacks will do more damage, but they stay relatively the same. The only difference is that he gains a new follow-up attack in the form of a breath attack, after he does the uppercut. This breath attack does insane amount of damage and is pretty much responsible for every single card. This breath attack now has a wider coverage of damage because of its frenzy explosion that can either go horizontal or vertical depending on his attack, but most likely he will just use the horizontal one. This attack is easy to telegraph, so all you have to do is either dodge backwards like I'm doing right now, or dodge towards him. But the uppercut has two variants: the normal uppercut followed by a quick breath attack, or the uppercut followed by a charge breath attack. Keep in mind, this attack will leave him open for a counter further strike. If you take a few minutes to learn monster patterns instead of mindlessly attacking, you will have greater success on hunts. Monster Hunter is not an RPG in the same sense of leveling up and becoming stronger. Instead, you as a player are the one who acquired the skill through repetition and observation. If you can take anything from this video, is that this method will work with every single monster. And all you have to do is basically spend a few minutes to observe the monster's movements. Almost every single attack of every single monster has a wind-up charge attack, basically communicating you what they will do. Unlike other Monster Hunter games of the past, where monster attacks were easy to telegraph, Monster Hunter Wilds is different. Most of the attacks are relatively random. Even though you can still follow a pattern, it is most likely difficult to just know what he will do next. But instead, you can just follow the cues the monster gives you. This is the difference between new hunters to old hunters. Most of us understand the importance of knowing what the monster is up to, because while slamming your sword or thrusting your lance to a monster can be fun endlessly, you also have to learn not to cart. Like I mentioned previously, if you do this once, I guarantee you that you will never have to do it again for the monster. Because once you know what the monster is up to, and you have a blank state of what his moveset is, the monster becomes easier for you. Also, keep in mind that I was fighting an 8-star Gore Magala, and if anyone knows, that guy hits like a truck. So, it actually works if you put your time into it. Monster Hunter is a game where time is the most important resource of it. And if you want to reduce the time it takes you to kill a monster, this is one of the skills that you will have to learn. Anyway, I hope this guide helps you. Let me know in the comment section if you want more of this type of content, or should I stick up with the daily hunting videos of different builds and different skills that I have. I'm trying to expand my repertoire of skills when it comes to doing YouTube. And of course, I'm trying to land a niche here. And while I don't want to be stuck on Monster Hunter, it's the game I chosen to portray my channel at the start. But most likely will be doing 100 videos or survival games. As always, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It helps a lot. I'm a small channel, I'm growing, and I hope that I can be here for the long run. So, without further ado, see you guys on the next one, and happy hunting.